Welcome to Crescent City with your hosts Natalie Jean and Jackie Zabrowski.
So is do the glasses convey that you are sensual?
Yeah, well, they convey that I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, she's such a rebel. Except she's not that character's not a rebel at all. But maybe Jackie's version is.
Yeah, thank you. This is Jackie's version. I'm just like Tay, and I am taking back the River Queen's daughter. Don't you make that face at me. I'm taking it back. Because this bitch, Jackie's version of River Queen's daughter, she fucks.
She's got tood.
Yeah, she's got tood, and she doesn't even need full sunglasses on. She just needs the kiss, the whisper of a sunglass.
I do love those they're not sunglasses.
No, they're not. I guess they're face accessories.
Frames.
Yes, but they're not even frames because they're not framing anything. So
face triangles.
My face triangles. Thank you for seeing my face triangles, and I feel like I'm just like the kind of like slit ass bitch that looks over at Tharion and go, "Oh, hey, big boy. Oh yeah, you want a little slip of this scale?"
Interesting, because I see those glasses. I see more of like a Jane Lane where you're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know I'm insanely hot, but
you're like, yeah, whatever. I guess I'll give it up to you. I don't give a shit. Why don't you go clean for my mom, you piece of garbage?
That's kind of the glass vibe I'm getting from
Okay,
that,
you want me to do that instead? I'll be definitely one of those.
Yeah.
Because I fuck for Finn.
Yeah!
Yeah,
nice.
Will fuck for Finn. Will fuck for Finn. Thank you. That's why I was saying she's not in this chapter necessarily, but her essence is, and I just feel like what kind of a bitch would have destroyed Tharion? Because here's the thing, in reality, most likely she's just I didn't even, it just happened, you know?
Yeah.
But what if she was like really going after it and she's kind of trying to destroy some lives out there?
I could see it going that way, or I could see what I think the truth is that she's been raised so sheltered
Strictly
and such like
sheltered. Natalie hates all of the puns, but I will not allow them to pass.
That she has a helicopter mom who won't allow her to become an adult, and so she doesn't even know how toxic she is.
Oh,
but she's just out
you're
here
addicted
putting
to me?
her radiation out into the river. She doesn't know. I will say, this headdress thing you're wearing is amazing, but I do feel like we're missing live crabs, like crabbing around your hair.
I do need to be crabbed out, especially if I'm a little under the sea bitch.
Yeah. I don't mean the STD, the pube kind. I meant actual the river crabs.
Oh, I kind of meant all of it. I feel like then it's like, what if she's got the crabs, and maybe that's how her mother found out, because I was trying to go get some shell pills, and I was like, bitch,
yeah,
I got crabs, and not the juicy, buttery kind.
I would like to think that she has not only had sex with Tharion and then just never again, even though that's sort of inferred.
That's what they're inferring.
But I think that she's been throwing it back.
I've been around.
She's got all those sexy guards who are obsessed with her.
Right?
Are you telling me they don't hook up?
I mean, I feel like, I'd treat those men like they were barnacles.
But they would like it. They'd say, yes, mistress, please more.
Yes, they would. And I feel like right now, maybe shell turd, but I feel like there is a future for the River Queen's daughter, and it's bitchin'.
I think so, too.
Thank you.
Yeah. She's got to have a little dazed and confused moment where she comes into herself.
Yes. And
rebels.
She's like, yes, I did do these things. I have bodily autonomy. Thank you very much.
Well, now that's not happening.
That's not what's happening.
Because we are in part 2, The Abyss.
And I'm not talking about my pussy.
I hope not.
Well,
Sheesh.
River Queen's pussy.
The River Queen is an abyss?
Yeah. My own mother.
Wow. You shouldn't be saying that stuff about your own mother.
Yeah, but I'm pissed at my mummy. I'm pissed at my mummy right now.
Do you think the daughter is pissed at the River Queen?
I mean, I bet she's very don't do that, Mom. No, don't. Like, I feel it is more of that, of just like, I liked him. I really liked him. And then, but I'm assuming she went crying to her mother when Tharion went and fucked about town. And then she was like, I made a mistake, Mom. I made a mistake.
I think she plays like she wants to leave, but she loves her little gilded cage. But she needs to break free.
God, I'd love a gilded cage. Put me in one. Why does this cage bird sing? Because she likes being in it.
We should have married Italian royalty or something.
I tried to watch House of Gucci to get inspiration, but it just wasn't giving it.
Instead, you married a handsome farm boy.
God, that loves me.
Yeah, what a pain.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a scam. So Tharion is being shamed by the River Queen for asking the daughter to go to the surface with him.
Mama, I don't want him to go to the surface. Oh, maybe she does.
She does want to go to the surface because remember he had to explain the concept of a double date to her, but really he was just trying to shake her off whenever he was working on his jet ski, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll hang out soon. I'm just so busy right now, but maybe we'll do a double date."
I'm just sitting there flapping my legs. I'm like, but I've got legs. And I know you said you like me down where it's wetter, but up here it's kind of nice and dry.
Ew, I hate it. Ew, down where it's wetter. Get out of here. He's standing before her arguably sick-ass throne. It's covered with corals and anemones and eels, and she has, not to bring up the Little Mermaid again, 2 Sobeks who are very flotsam and jetsam coated.
It is difficult to not talk about the Little Mermaid when in reference of talking River Queen. If we're talking River, I mean, the fact that like even River Queen's daughter only referred to as River Queen's daughter as of right now. So it's like, that's all you know her. I was like, no, this is a cartoonish depiction of what's going on here.
It's like, it's a very Ursula character.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that this Ursula is a little bit more, morally gray? Ooh, is she good? Is she bad? We don't know.
Who knows? I love it about all the queens. It's just like, I think they're all bad. I think.
Are they?
I don't know. We know that at least they're bad towards Tharion, but also the fact that she's got these Sobeks are so badass.
Oh, yeah.
I would do anything for a Flotsam and Jetsam.
Also, I do have to again say, he did sort of reap what he sowed by having to get in them clam. He had to open that clam up.
Yeah, shuck it out, baby. I'm the pearl now.
Yeah. So the Sobeks are now kind of a threat full time. They are meant to show, I can just like have you ripped apart at any moment, and which is what Tharion is standing in front of.
But also kind of sexy.
Sure. He's in trouble.
So sexy.
And now he is baring his chest. His hands are clasped behind his back because that's the way the queen likes her men, submissive.
Wow.
The River Queen is PO'd that Tharion invited her daughter to the surface. If you again recall, this is him trying to brush her off. Just go like, yeah, we'll do something later.
But my maidenhood, but you said that you loved me.
Yeah, baby, I
God, so, I'm great at being forlorn.
Yeah,
with love.
You're being very mysterious.
Thank you.
So he tells the queen he only wants to please the daughter, and that's why he invited her to meet his friends. And like a true overbearing parent, she snaps back that he knows how overwhelmed she gets outside of the river.
Yeah.
She's so fragile.
Mama.
That shit. It's like Colin Craven's disease. Oh, he's got the humors.
Yep. That's really what it is. It's just the fact that the River Queen's daughter is a woman. That's really what she suffers from, being a woman.
Being a woman. Tharion suggests, she was fine at the summit when she accompanied me
like
there.
A woman when I saw her last, I'll tell you what.
I don't think that's what you should say to the River Queen.
No.
But this doesn't do him any favors, and her smother...
Thank you.
Got her.
Yeah, you did.
Insists that Lunathian is a filthy den of sin that will get her daughter hooked on synth and selling her fins for mirth root.
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. But I do have legs.
You can flip those fins for a pretty penny. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that she very well might kill him in this moment and would be able to as the queen, Tharion just apologizes instead of trying to argue.
I mean, he is like tied up, you know. I guess what is he going to do at this point?
He's just mentally tied up at the moment.
Oh.
Emotionally.
Quank.
This doesn't seem to put him in her good graces, but at least she changes the subject after he apologizes. She asks him about the progress with the Renost boy. He tells her minimal information, but thinks to himself that they are thankful that they haven't found any more bodies since the one that he and Ethan had worked on earlier that day, if you'll recall.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped up body.
Yeah, it was pretty ripped up.
But they haven't found any more since. He hopes Pippa doesn't have a meal, but also realizes that even if she does, it doesn't look like his other fate option may be that great either, being trapped under the river. He also wonders again silently.
Was that like Under the Sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started it, and then I was like, that doesn't sound right.
I mean, I'm just going to keep making Under the Sea references, so, you know, I welcome it.
It's secretly my favorite Disney dark ride, even though nobody else... It's like not a favored dark ride. It's not one of the classics.
I mean, it's just one of those ones where it's like, oh, am I just in a boat and it's the story of the Little Mermaid?
You're in a she-show.
She-show.
You're in a she-show.
She-show.
Yeah, it's Story of Little Mermaid. Really kind of outdated animatronics. I love it. They're under the sea.
It's honestly, it's always cold.
It is. It's always a nice chilly ride.
It's a nice
no
chilly
line.
ride. Oh, yeah, nobody cares about it.
Except for this old gal.
Oh, I'm sorry, Natalie.
So he also wonders, again silently, just what the River Queen wants with this boy. But he verbally only assures the River Queen that he will make sure he gets him before Ophion does.
Okay.
She mentions making sure she gets him before the other River Queens as well. And Tharion's surprised that this is even a consideration for her. They're not sure why all these people want Emil. Like, nobody really, like, the team, the base team, Tharion and Rune and Haunt and Bryson, they're not really sure what everybody's deal is.
Just know everybody wants him.
Everybody wants him.
So that means we want him too.
Yeah. I want to go towards wherever the crowd's going.
I'm going to go fuck that little Thunderbird.
No.
And then he's going to be owed to my mummy. Yeah, that's what they're going to see.
No, don't.
If I fuck him as a Thunderbird, it's fine.
I don't think so.
Right?
No.
Aren't Thunderbirds eternal?
No. No.
All right. Well, you know, you miss all the chances you don't take.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
I'm a baby too, okay? I'm just a girl.
You're a big baby. You're like a big adult baby.
You just say that because you see how big my diapers are.
I've seen your diapers. So why would any of the other river folks want this Thunderbird? It seems like kind of a bad weapon to have underwater because it's just
fire.
What's electricity?
Well, yeah.
But
so it's bad under there. But I mean, can't it conduct?
You should know.
See,
this is what happens when you don't let your daughters have education.
Yeah, I don't know these things, Mom. I don't know how the electricity gets in the water.
How it goes
or
through
how it goes in it with it.
Or around
what it
touches.
Never goes through it.
The 4 great rivers each have a court and are ruled by their own queen. And we have the blue court in the Istros River,
cool.
The black court in the Melinothos River,
cool.
The white court in the Nevenius River,
also cool.
The red court in the Rubellus River.
All mighty and gifted with magic, all vain and ancient and bored. Which, of course, man, I guess, who wants to live forever? Because you get bored eventually. Maybe it is just that they want the Thunderbird just because, like, I want to be involved in the conversation.
Though he has no clue why they want him, he presumes that they are simply all vying for some kind of power and they just want to take control all the time. The thought tires him and he unconsciously looks up towards the distant surface and the sunlight streaming into the water where he wants to be a part of their world. The River Queen catches him. And
Mommy wants to be a part of their world. Mommy wants to be a part of their world.
Oh, is she just in the...
That's her. I'm just
the
imagining.
Daughters in the back, just like making, like tattling
Look
on
at him stare off, Mother.
So, yes.
Is he not dreaming of me? That's actually really what it is. I think I'm finding this. I wanted to go against type with her, but I think that she is. I think
it's
she
more
is
realistic to the character
behind her. Yes.
Yeah. He said, "Thinking about me, mommy."
Oh.
So, she asks him because she catches him wishing he was up there, and she asks, "Is it so wonderful that you dream to go away from us?" He chooses his words carefully, aware again of the Sobex at her feet, and he knows better than anyone they'll eat anything, and they are famous for waiting for the boats to overturn in a sailing.
Cool.
It's your last great humiliation as an unworthy for the Bone Quarter, getting chomped up by Sobex.
Cool.
I think that sounds fun.
Yeah, honestly, what a way to go.
I know. I'd rather feed the creatures of the sea.
Yeah, circle of life.
He asks whether both realms can be wonderful, kind of going like, can they both be? He keeps his hands clasped behind his back, awaiting his fate. She just seems to have grown weary of his presence and dismisses him, telling him to keep her alerted of any updates with Emil. Before Tharion can breathe a sigh of relief, however, she calls him as he is exiting. When he turns, she's smiling viciously. Just like that, Jackie. Yes, very scary. She tells him that he should see firsthand the disrespect the above world gives the under people.
Yeah!
Cut to shortly after, and Tharion has been relegated to picking up trash from the river shore, community service style, with a spear and a bag.
Let him dream of me while he picks up trash, mommy.
Is that what you want to associate yourself with?
Yes, I want him to think about me when he looks at the trash, mommy.
All right.
No, mommy, not because I am trash, mommy. It's for other reasons. I want him to see me in every visage.
It's getting a little Cartman.
Yeah, it is. A little cheesy poofs. It's getting to cheesy poof territory. He was her captain of intelligence. How many of his people had already noticed him here or heard about this? I mean, it's rough. He is, but bro, I'm sorry. You're captain of her intelligence. Why'd you fuck her daughter?
I'm saying.
You idiot. You were thinking with that dick of yours, bro.
That little clam.
Good Lord.
Or I guess that probably big clam. I imagine his clam's pretty big.
He's got a big one.
But he was thinking with it. He shouldn't be.
No brains in there, no matter how big that head is.
You got to use that top mush. What is the clam insides called?
Oh, man. Yeah, the fleshy innards.
It might be membranes. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. The
fleshy
fingers
innards
of the clams. Oh, better beware the fingers of the clams.
Do you know a pearl is a piece of sand that gets like
irritated?
It's basically like a wound.
Yeah, that's what marriage is.
Ew.
I feel like that's what eventually you annoy them until you've become a pearl to them. And you've created, they're so rashy and they're so upset about it. But you're like, but look at me.
And
you could sell me for $5.
That's what being a wife is.
Isn't it?
Being an annoying, beautiful irritation.
And River Queen's daughter, you should realize that before you think that you want this shit, okay?
Yep. And maybe she's, this is nothing but a humiliation and a punishment. This is a punishment to him, and she knows, he knows, everybody knows this is not to teach him a real lesson. It's to make him feel embarrassed for having any love for the land folk. And maybe she's right because he is lost in thought as he's cleaning up his trash, and a passerby, a drunken reveler, a blonde woman, of course.
Whoa, Karen.
Chucks a bottle at him in mockery, which is very dumb because he's a magical merman. So he uses his magic to shoot water up at the group of rowdy youths, dousing them all.
I do love that. I honestly, please go after these. It's like, why would you throw trash at someone that's picking up, like, what?
Well, yeah, that's monstrous.
What a fucking, monster you are.
But also stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's like a powerful magic being, and you're probably just some dumb old human.
Dumb idiot Karen.
As he makes his way through the trash, he thinks about how it's time for a change for himself. But we don't really know what that means beyond that at this point. We cut over to Rune, who has asked for the attention of his father, who he notes looks like he may have just been interrupted by Rune doing something that has his hair mussed and his shirt half open.
God damn it! Don't you be all hot, Autumn King?
Yeah, did I stop? Did I stop and look at fan art of the Autumn King for a while after this?
Oh, I know. We all know he's hot.
It's none of your business what I did.
Yeah. Did you see any with him with the shirt open?
Yeah, some of them, but not from this scene, I don't think. But like, there's some good iterations of him. There's some good, because he's not, I mean, he's still basically supposed to look like a contemporary to like Rune.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything with the Autumn King and Ember.
I'm trying to look at what she's looking at. Oh, with Ember.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any pictures.
Is there?
I just want to see. Well, there's some. Yeah, there's. I mean, I wish the pictures were naughtier. I guess it's fine. No, not good enough. Somebody send me some.
No, bad. Wrong.
Someone tell me. Where can I find it on a Patreon? Somebody tell me.
I haven't seen any of that. I think because
we'll pay for smut. Because
of his reputation, it's hard to.
He's got a bad reputation,
especially because he was physically.
Yes, no, he's bad. I know it's all bad. It's just that if I could see a snapshot.
I know. I mean, it's just.
I would also look at Ember and Randall too.
Oh, that's really giving of you.
Thank you.
Yes, also, I would love to see that, please. So, as a reminder, we concluded the last section of this book, part 1, with Bryce and Rune in the sewer. And the Autumn King is now, Rune is standing from the Autumn King directly after this. And Autumn King is noting him with disgust that Rune stinks. He's still covered in sewer water, and he swallowed a bunch of it and barfed it up.
Like in the middle of something, Daddy.
Yeah, thanks for your concern, Papa. So, but he hasn't come to get comfort from Daddy. He never gets comfort from Daddy. No, he wants to get any info he can to pry out of him about the Star Sword. That the Star Sword, which again has just killed the Unkillable in the last chapter.
Yikes. And killed the Unkillable by somebody else that wasn't him.
Uh-oh.
It's like, Daddy, I know it was my sword. Daddy.
Well, he better not be telling Autumn King. That is not good. So the Autumn King looks him over with disdain that he would suddenly be interested in his sword after all the decades of ownership. Rune won't be telling him much of the backstory that just happened, so he's going to have to try to finagle info out of his father using as limited info as possible to protect Bryce more than anything. But his father can clearly see something has happened and tells Rune so. Hey, dummy, I can tell you're covered in sewer. You're covered in sewer yuck.
It's like the one time you look at me, Daddy, all right?
So Rune goes so far as to say that Reapers attacked him and that the sword had a reaction. He thinks in horror at what the whole truth would do to somebody like his father or Cormac's father, power-hungry people, the thing that could kill the Unkillable. Any maniacal leader would destroy whoever, has that sword to get to it. Suddenly, his father becomes very interested in his son after 80 years. Isn't that interesting? He tries to pry info from Rune. But Rune only gives him the slightest kernel of truth. The sword glowed, and the Reapers retreated from it. He doesn't tell him that he killed him. The Autumn King studies the sword for a moment and then turns to the massive solar system model that occupies the study they're in.
God, it's so cool.
I know. I want a big solar system model.
Like one that is just held up and done with magic too. I don't want a...
Do I have to become a bad parent first?
Yeah, definitely. Oh. That is the first step.
All right.
7 planets around a massive star. 7 Asteri, technically 6 now, to rule Midgard. 7 princes of hell to challenge them. 7 gates in this city through which hell had tried to invade this spring. 7 and 7 and 7 and 7. Always that holy number. Always.
His father interrupts his thoughts with his own.
Duh, but I'm in the middle of thinking about something really big, Dad.
Well, I don't think the Autumn King is super concerned.
No.
Perhaps the Reapers, he thinks, were reacting because the Star Sword is said to be made from the metals of another planet.
Cool.
From a meteorite, allegedly. Before Rune can ask further, his father seems to scent Bryce on him, realizing they were together recently, and chastises Bryce, calling her reckless, asserting that she must have somehow caused the Reaper attack.
Autumn King, you always know what to say just to piss everybody off, huh?
I guess he just likes to needle into them. Sometimes that's the only way people can get attention from others.
Yeah, and it makes him feel important.
They argue over Bryce as the Autumn King throws out insults and Rune deflects them. The Autumn King takes a slug from the crystal decanter in his study that looks like it's filled with whiskey, Jack Donaghy style. He tells Rune he's surprised she hasn't come to attack him since the news of the betrothal because, you know, he's kind of fucked her over big time. Rune snaps back that she's smart enough to know a bait when she sees one and is smart enough to know it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
He suggests to Rune to keep the sword away from his sister if it's, quote, acting up. He tells him smugly he's already tried to give it to her because essentially the Autumn King's saying, well, you need to be like fighting for power against your sibling, so don't let her have the sword because she'll probably be able to overtake you. And he's like, we're siblings, we're fine.
Yeah, but also it's because he's been trying to keep them disparate, like since the jump. Too. And so he doesn't like that they're working together. He doesn't want them getting along.
No, and he doesn't understand anything except fight for power. So he can only imagine two siblings who both have power would want to kill each other.
Right. And both have star power too. So it's like, wouldn't you inherently want to kill the other one because that's your competition? No, Daddy.
Oh, Autumn King. Rune thinks with a wave of love washing over him that she had chased after the Reapers into the sewer to come save him.
His father poured himself another glass of whiskey, the only sign that something about this conversation rattled him. But the Autumn King's voice was bland as he said,
in ancient times, starborn rivals would slit each other's throats, even those of the children. She is now more powerful than you and I are, as you like to remind me.
It's great because it's like, Autumn King, nobody's saying that shit aloud. It's all coming from inside of the house, son. But I guess if that's me your son just showing up is him reminding him of how his sister has... Shut. Keep looking at your fucking little star things, all right? Dad! Maybe come up with a better comeback, I guess. For
I thought it was really good.
Thank you.
I feel like Autumn King would have been like, oh,
no, not my star things.
Blood running cold. Rune asks if he's suggesting that he kill Bryce. Some may have tried to deny this and been embarrassed by it, but the Autumn King simply insults Rune further, saying that if he were better than a second-rate prince, he would have done it already. Okay.
It's like, man, Autumn King can come up with something to be upset with Rune about. That's crazy. It's like, I can't even believe you haven't even done it. Why didn't you do it, Daddy? If you say it's like, they even slit the throats of the children. Why didn't you slit the throats of the children, Daddy?
It seems like Autumn King and the River Queen maybe we should get together and talk about how great they are parenting.
Yeah. Man, all of them. Therapy.
No, they ain't gonna get it. Rune is used to this, however, even if it still does wound a tiny part of him. The Autumn King continues to muse that Bryce's well of power is what drew the Umbra Mortis to her, and that he wouldn't want to see what would come of their joining, which makes Rune realize the father likely forced the union of Bryce and Cormac partially as a muzzle on her power out of fear. That the idea that Bryce would link up with the Umbra Mortis and like what power they could hold. But all he can think about is power. His little powers. Oh, who's gonna be stronger? I don't, what if they are?
Yeah, and
being
it's
a little bit of a Putin over here.
How all of your little whinies does absolutely nothing, Autumn King.
It doesn't. So Rune accuses him of locking Bryce into this union to keep a watch on her as if she were his enemy. The Autumn King is like, I don't know if she's my enemy. She might be. Rune blurts out that the Autumn King shouldn't have some supreme power in this way. But that's something that he probably shouldn't have said, because he watches his father go still and predatory at that threat in his mind. He can sense that Rune is sort of challenging him. Rune pushes it a step further, suggests that the Asteri will always have a hold over his power. The Autumn King, ever expecting someone to come take his throne away, can only assume from these words that Rune is trying to steal the crown.
He's such a fucking idiot. She's just like, oh no, not mine. Oh. It's like, you're so hot, Autumn King, but you're so, like, you're all ick.
It is so ick. Ugh. So it's just like, can you just come up with some other personality trait? You can only think about this, then what? Like, you get all the power and what? You just sit there? Like, what are you going to do with it? Nothing.
Yeah, just so I think just so that he can invite Rune over to be like, did you see the power that I have? Like, okay, that's it? You ain't even got no friends?
Yeah,
you can't even be like a real housewife? Yeah, you're not even going to Morocco. Nobody wants to go to Morocco with you.
You're just looking in the mirror at the night going, who am I?
And he's not 24601. Les Mis!
Oh. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're a Phantom girl.
I'm a Phantom girl.
And,
I know.
You know, but we understand each other.
He keeps his hand at the level of his eye. That doesn't make any... I don't know what that means.
Like this?
That's what is in the song, Phantom of the Opera, one of the songs. And it's...
I thought you meant Autumn King. It was like him just like, Dad, put your hand down?
What does that actually mean?
What is it?
One of the songs, when they're going to find the Phantom, they say, keep your hand at the level of your eye to see into the dark, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's this. This. See in the dark?
That
helps me see in the dark, right? Hello, dark. Hello. Is that?
I don't know.
I'm sure somebody knows, though. Let us know.
Does that help?
Put your fingers on your eyeballs. That's how you see. Put your fingers. Or is it like you're shielding yourself so that you can't see?
Your hand at the level of your eye. I don't know.
Wow. But we don't need to get into it.
Don't we? So Rune is aware that his father is constantly threatened, and he shrugs it off, saying to his dad that he doesn't want the crown and best of luck with his pursuit of immortality or whatever. He leaves before his father can lash out further. Chapters 26 is with Bryce as she and Hunt face off against Cormac at the Black Dock. Hunt's not sure what's going on, and it's because Bryce called him immediately after the sewer incident, and he could only tell by her voice that something had happened, and he didn't ask any other questions. She just, like, appeared because he's a little bitch boy.
No, because he loves her and because he can feel her energy.
Being in love sometimes makes you into a bitch boy or girl.
You are right.
It's okay. So now they've tracked Cormac to a shady alley because she basically was like, I need to go find Cormac right now. He's in the docks where I guess he just hangs out all day looking for Sophie and Emil.
I wanted to dress up as Cormac again, but honestly, I haven't rebought the wig, and I'm scared to come in.
I liked the wig.
We all know the wig was bad. It was a bad wig for Cormac.
It's fine.
It's a fine wig for many other characters that we explored during that episode. But I am now scared because I don't know how to find a foppish blonde wig.
Well, a guy's wig is actually hard, and a lot of times you have to buy a very expensive one to make it not look like Jason's mother.
Yeah, and that's...
So it's, do you really want to throw down that kind of money?
No.
It's interesting, because it's typically less hair, but it has to be sculpted very specifically for it to look masculine.
It should be styled. Like, it needs to be styled.
Yeah.
And spending, getting a very cheap wig styled really kind of breaks my spirit.
Also, it would be hard. I mean, you'd need better, because cheap wigs are usually very synthetically based hair, and so that's not really
I don't know what you're talking about, Ellie.
I mean, I'm not wearing a fancy wig either.
Me? Oh, me?
I wouldn't want you to spend $700 on a wig for a podcast.
I need real human hair for every single character that comes upon your screen.
Listen, that's you and Jeff's issue.
Yeah, so I've just been shaving Jeff and just trying to glue the hair.
That's not
underneath.
what I meant, but I do like that you're just using his hair.
Yeah, I'm using his hair then.
So they've tracked him down to this alley. And Cormac is not as scared, or he doesn't impress him much that they're there. And he asks what Bryce is there for, what she wants. You can teleport,
Bryce said, voice low.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. It's kind of cool, though.
It's cool. She found this out during the last scene in the sewer, but this is news to Hunt in this moment. And he's like, what? They're still trying to all like unravel what's just happened.
Man, if I just found out that Jeff is betrothed to someone else, and then I find out that the person that he's betrothed to can teleport, that would really upset me.
Very
I'm
specific.
just thinking, if Henry was like gonna marry some hot cousin of his, and then you think about that. We'd have to go out and find this cousin. Mm-hmm. But then what would you do? You know, that like, oh, she can teleport. What if she teleports into his bed? What if she teleports into his dreams?
Honestly, if he's wanted to hook up with his cousin, I feel like I have to just kind of step away from that whole situation.
You think so? I'll try to stop him.
Jeff?
My Jeff?
Yes.
He's gonna have sex with Jeff?
No.
I don't think they should.
No.
I don't think they're each other's type.
I'll
offer. If you're offering, I will offer.
I do hope that you get mad at Jeff for this thought later on and you question him about if he would have sex with his cousin if they could teleport.
You have sex with your cousin if they could teleport. Should I just text him that apropos of nothing?
Yeah. I think so. Right. I feel like it's a good fight to have tonight. So Hunt is like, what's happening? Hunt stands by as Cormac and Bryce have a confusing conversation for those who don't know about the scene in the sewer that just occurred. She asks where he put the Reapers when he teleported them out of the sewer, and he tells her he left them high up in the sky, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
He just dumped him off in the sky. Do you think they fall, or do you think they float up in the sky and they have to like find their way back?
No, I think
down?
they fall.
You think they just fall?
Or at least I imagine I would assume it would be done in a way where they could like grab onto something really fast.
Like what? Like a bird?
A tree.
Oh.
Or a bird.
No,
or a light fixture.
They're described as being left a half a mile up in the sky.
Yeah, a bird.
Like a bird. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ah, it's like, it's a seagull. Like, please don't. You must carry me. Especially as a River Queen's daughter. I mean, I feel like definitely I'll find a bird. Well,
River Queen's daughter didn't get teleported into the sky.
I know. I'm just saying if she did.
Okay. That's, again, another very specific scenario. So Cormac goes on to explain that he needs to know the location pretty accurately in order to do it, because Bryce is like, how does this work? Like, how do you start teleporting? And what he describes is essentially a wormhole. And now I could explain that to you,
please,
but
Natalie.
It's science, and I don't want to overwhelm you with the complex breakdowns.
That's why she's not going to do it. Thank you.
The equations,
wormholes,
and the physics, geometry.
Because I know about wormholes. They go in the ground. Because that's where the earthworms go. And there's a hole right there.
That's not technically wrong.
That's how that worm gets in there.
That's a wormhole. Mm-hmm. You're right. Good job, River Queen's
and that's
daughter.
where Cormac goes. He gets all the way down into that and goes, oh, let me in. I'll tunnel alongside
He just tunnels. He's not actually teleporting.
Yeah, he's tunneling. He is digging it. Yeah, he's covered in dirt. How'd you get here? Just
it's a wormhole.
Through the ground.
That's what you mean by wormhole,
wormholes, right? I do love any kind of trying to explain this does throw you back into like a Flubber-esque 90s movie or like a multiplicity of like there's multiples of them.
A whiteboard.
Dumber every time. But sometimes he gets misogynistic. Don't worry about
sometimes
the science.
You know, when you come through, you never know which one you're going to get.
He's still stooping all of his wife.
So, so
Hunt get lost in multiplicity.
Yeah, for sure. Hunt's shook, and if you're an ACOTAR reader, you might know this phenomena as winnowing. But since we are in cyberpunk land, it's called teleporting here.
Cool.
Bryce tells Cormac that he will teach her how to do this. He agrees to do it because she's basically like, I want to learn. Teach me how to do it, Dougie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
You remember? You guys remember? We're not old.
No,
you're old.
That just happened. That's so recently.
Yeah, it just happened.
Hunt's confused and asks if all Fae can, quote, just do this shit. Cormac retorts that he can do this shit, and Bryce may possibly also be able to do this shit because of her well of star power. He does agree to teach her if she's able to do it. Cormac is still being sort of cold and standoffish, but they seem to have a tenuous alliance happening, and so he's like, yeah, I'll teach you. I'll teach you my skills. Cormac continues that the teleporting is sort of a gift of the starborn Fae, though it's not always predictable. He, for example, has a strong teleporting ability, but a disappointing amount of star power.
Talking about that, Ick.
You think it comes out of his pee?
Yeah, I feel like if I had star power, I imagine it's either going to make you harder or make you come faster or something.
You don't think it would make it more pleasurable and powerful?
Yeah, like coming harder, where it's just like, ah! And you're like coming, and everyone's like, ah!
Ugh,
but like maybe it's really good.
Gross to think about, to be honest. I'm upset at that idea.
Why?
So Bryce asks Cormac how to train for this, and he smirks and basically is like, you see if you can disappear and then you reappear.
All right, Cormac, we're just trying to have a conversation.
You better be able to do both. If you only do one, nice knowing you.
Good for you.
The two speak about what just occurred with the Reapers. Bryce doesn't know if she believes what the Reapers said, which was that they were sent by the Prince of the Pit. The Reapers are known only from the Bone Zone, not Hell. But she knows that regardless, if she could have teleported Rune out of there, it would have been a lot easier. They agree to meet at the Ox the following night to begin her teleport training, which again, I don't really know how you teach it, but they
star power. You know, it's that those points. It's like these kind of things in the book of just go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
She'll watch a YouTube video.
Oh, that's fun. Their conversation turns to Sophie and Emil, and Bryce mentions that it sucks that they now also have to contend with Hell apparently wanting the Thunderbird powers also. Cormac stiffly tells them their powers are rare, the Thunderbird powers are rare and useful. It's not surprising they're being hunted by everyone. It's why the Asteri exterminated them, or thought they had. As Hunt got into a conversation with Cormac about Declan's assistance in looking for them, Bryce pulls out her phone and calls Jessica. She immediately asks Jessica if she has any death marks in her possession. This makes Hunt stop his conversation and gawk at her. Oh, Bryce, what are you getting into now?
Love it. She doesn't explain it. She just gets on that phone call, and it's good. Make everybody confused.
And worried. Jessica is amused and tells her she might have some, but she's going to have to pay for them this time, acknowledging that Bryce stole one from her before. Bryce tells her to send the bill to Rune, which is very thoughtful.
Cute. The sorceress said a shade gently.
You won't find any traces of Danica left in the bone quarter, you know. This cuts
but also
to the
a
core.
shade gently. It's that
for Jessica.
Man, I know, but like Jessica is. Oh God, I'm so into Jessica.
Oh yeah, of course, great.
God, it's just like even just that she's such a fucking ice queen, and then like even saying things like that, just like kind of trying to connect with her. Oh,
that she shows a little bit of care.
My heart
through that hard exterior.
She's so hot.
Yeah. This, cuts into Bryce because she didn't mention Danica. Jessica brings it up. And she defensively asks why that has anything to do with anything. Jessica suggests that maybe it means that Bryce is finally starting to look at Danica through a more critical lens, maybe even questioning why Danica was always poking around griffins. Bryce is like, to visit me?
To say hi?
Sure,
Jessica said and hung up.
More riddles, more
like,
mysteries.
Jessica, if you could just like not hang, like if you could just say a little bit more. Okay, no,
Nope.
All right, great.
Good.
But also, that's kind of what you get, Bryce, for calling someone in the middle of nowhere. I feel like usually you want to give like a heads up, or maybe that's just in this day and age. I feel like not everybody feels that way, but I feel like I got to prepare someone for a phone call.
Oh, I know. Ugh.
Jeff is a big phone call. Like he's like a why text when we could just call and then the conversation is done? I was like, call.
It is just...
He is right. I mean, it takes
it's
a lot
ridiculous.
less text.
My anxiety towards phone calls is unhealthy.
Yeah.
Truly.
Thanks, phones.
Thanks, phones. So Hunt is staring at Bryce as she gets off of her phone and promptly informs her that they are not going to the bone quarter.
Hunt, come on.
Bryce informs him that yes, they are. And she wants to learn anything she can about what those Reapers were doing in the sewer before they go the next day so she can confront the Underking. Okay, just go ahead and confront the undead king of the cemetery.
Good idea.
Bryce.
This is going to be easy.
She thinks about the hint that Jessica just gave her and tells Hunt they're going to need to ask Declan for another favor, which turns out to be searching through all of the old Griffin's security footage for every instance that Danica was down in there.
Tech boy's got a tech.
We cut over to Rune's POV that evening. Bryce and Hunt have joined Rune at Bryce's apartment, as well as Declan and Ethan. Rune turns on a Sunball game as Declan taps on a laptop seated next to him. Ethan is also on a laptop, but is sort of mashing the keys. This is hard.
I know I got paws, but
yeah,
Ethan, you're a dumb wolf boy.
In wolf form.
You're
like,
a dumb
Ethan,
wolf boy.
You have hands. You could switch out. And it's like, right. No, they don't say that. They say they acknowledge that Ethan actually took some very high level computer classes in college. Okay.
Well, I also, I took a lot of things in college. All right.
Yeah.
Not all of it sticks.
No. No, most of it goes away.
All gone. Except for my mask work, Natalie.
Well, that's what you needed for your career, ultimately.
For my career. Thank you.
So they're there. So Ethan is actually, because he has some skill, is helping Declan because Bryce has now asked the second favor of Declan. So Declan is now searching for Reapers as well as years of surveillance footage from Griffins to track Danica's movements, making Ethan take over the Black Dock footage from earlier that day because they are trying to seek out if they can find when the Reapers had appeared, when the ones that were in the sewer. They're like, maybe we can figure out if they actually came from the bone quarter.
Right.
Because we'll see them come to the dock. Are we all together?
Yeah, let's go find out where the Reapers are coming from.
So they all admire Declan's genius that he's managing to run these two separate programs. And Bryce mulls over why perhaps Jessica only mentioned Danica now in regards to this. Rune can tell that she's troubled and reaches out to her over my freak. I would like some kind of lightning or something, James, please.
Please, James, or at least Chris Angel coming down and showing us his abs and having his flotsam and jetsam, but they're just like sexy girls. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, wait till I let loose my flotsam and jetsam, but like the girls don't realize that they're talking about it. And she's like us, maybe, will come, and we're like, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm doing magic. And
are you ready? Got it.
Chris Angel puts on a hell of a show.
She tells him that she's sort of over how many times she has to deal with the new Danica surprise. So they're talking mind to mind. She's like, I know I didn't know her, but every day is a new series of surprises that are really heartbreaking to me. Rune assures her that Danica loved her no matter what she was keeping to herself. Bryce knows this, but wonders how much info about the books in the basement Danica already had that Bryce is desperate for now. And it's like understandable. She's really trying to find out some very difficult things. And the idea that her best friend knew the whole time is probably a little bit, it's like if you passed away and I needed to know all about the Real Housewives. And I'd be like, she was right here.
How would
you
have
never told me?
Yeah, you could. I mean, I could. Do you want me to tell you more?
No.
You want me to tell where I'm at right now? Because I'll tell you about where I'm at with Real Housewives right now because I'm in season 7 of Real Housewives of New York.
I don't want it.
She just threw that prosthetic leg. It was her own. It's fine. We're not talking about Real Housewives though.
I don't even care.
With
I don't
the
even want to
shoe
know.
on the
I don't want to
leg.
know anything about
She goes,
that.
the only thing fake about me is this. And she pulls off her fake leg and she throws it at the other woman.
That was staged.
Natalie Jean?
Yes.
I do not think so.
That's not even a fake. That's her real leg that she just took off.
And in the reunion, she said there's a secret button and nobody knows where the button is to hold the prosthetic leg on. And so that's how she's able to do it that fast. So when they all said it was obviously scripted, and she said, no, I can rip off my leg really fast and throw it at a bitch. So
I don't believe her.
But see, you could have asked me while I was alive, Natalie.
I'm sorry. So,
and you're going to come back to this episode someday.
Oh, God. Don't. No, stop.
And then you're going to start having a rewatch. You're going to watch
my
Real
God.
Housewives.
Why did you do this?
And you're going to think of me, Natalie, when you watch TV.
Oh, no. That is a much more laid back version of Phantom of the Opera. So
if he had just been asking her to think about it while he's watching TV, I feel like Christine would have been like, all right, yeah, I think about you when I watch TV.
If he would have had a TV, he wouldn't have been walking around the walls haunting women in their dressing rooms.
I guess. He is a little problematic, huh?
A little bit. So
morally gray.
It's mostly not. I feel like he's actually quite villainous, but
yeah.
For the time period, women barely had rights, so it's kind of like she was sort of like half property anyway.
Yeah, she was owned anyway.
So, okay, let's see. Where are we?
It makes me smile.
Okay, so she's now just kind of mulling over all of this new Danica information. It's kind of feels it's a little trash that Danica maybe kept some of it from her. Rune watches her interact with Declan now and thinks about the revelation that Cormac believes she may be able to teleport because, you know, Rune's getting filled in on this information too, and that she's about to start learning this. Mm-hmm. He can't help but worry that with the addition of this skill, if she can do it, their father is going to be even more threatened by her because all he's doing is counting his little power beans. He must have like little jars, and he puts little beans in for everybody who gets a little bit more power inside of them.
I hate their beans. I hate their beans.
The beans are going to be all filled up on Bryce's little jar. And so he's worried about what that's going to do to maybe incite violence in their father.
I'd worry.
Yeah. Ethan starts to make comments on the ongoing Sunball game that's on TV in the background, and Rune marvels.
Mashing buttons. Oh, look at the ball game.
Oh, he's so talented.
And so beautiful, you know?
And Rune marvels at his knowledge of Sunball and also how he's still jacked somehow, even though he stopped Sunball training.
That's that wolf in him.
Got that wolf in him. Ow! Mm-hmm. That wolf gets... Wait, that guy... The guys get into a game conversation that has Bryce yawning and asking if she can switch the TV to a reality show called Veiled Love.
Get you, Bryce. I see you, Bryce.
Yes, it is a little stereotypical, but also I agree. I would also be bored if a Sunball game was on and would ask to change the channel, so I can't really hate on it.
I don't even feel that it's necessarily a gendered thing. I think she just hates Sunball, and I think that's fine. I also would hate Sunball.
Yeah. So they started getting this like spirited Sunball conversation with Ethan, who is giving them like these very I think you'd have to be like a very smart sportsman to make the predictions he is about the game. And they're all like, what do you mean?
Oh, we know about that.
And I'm going, wow, this is so interesting.
What are they going to do with their balls?
And so Bryce is like, can we switch? And the entire room says in unison, no. Bryce calls Hunt a traitor, and he grins and tells her Sunball wins over reality shows every day. Sorry, baby.
Whoa. I mean, he is in front of his boys.
Yeah, you can't be all cucked.
Yeah.
Ethan laughs and notes that Bryce certainly seemed to be into Sunball in college, knowing all the players and their stats. She tells them that had nothing...
I also used to watch football, too. You know, we all go through... There's a season for a lot in your life, you know?
Never went through a jock phase.
Really? I was honestly going only because I liked that it encouraged me to be drunk in the morning.
Hey, I get it.
And that's really why I was like, oh my God, maybe I do love football. But then I realized I never watched the games, didn't give a fuck, but I was just there.
You can do it without the sports.
That's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. You can just apparently just get day drunk.
It's just more socially acceptable if you're like, well, there's a game. So she's like, yeah, I didn't learn the stats because I care about Sunball, bro. And the room laughs, Rune included. But there's a bittersweet feeling in Rune's thoughts, knowing that he missed so many of his sister's formative years that he can never get back. Oh, he's a good brother. Ethan announces that he's into the footage that he needs for the Black Docs for that morning. They all look over as he's reviewing the footage, and there aren't any Reapers that have come to shore that day. They check for the day before and find some Reapers have come in, but it's not the ones that they saw in the sewer. So now they're like, wait, where the hell did these Reapers come from? The program is trained to find, I guess, Reapers' faces or something. I don't understand the program.
And all of them are just like, I'm just like, I guess that one's different.
Well, yeah, I don't know how they tell the difference, but I guess because mine had lingerie on last week.
I mean, yes, you're right. And yeah, I did have the glasses on, so maybe some have glasses and some don't.
The red dots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ethan spots another one in a different part of the city and points it out to Bryce. She gasps and confirms it's the one from the attack. But they all realize that this one hadn't shown up at the dock, that he found it appearing kind of almost out of nowhere in the middle of the city. So maybe they were there for days or they don't know what this means, that they couldn't figure out when these Reapers appeared. The group ponders the possibilities and wonder if perhaps they had been hiding out in the sewers, and that's why they seem to appear out of nowhere in the video footage. So they're hopping from sewer to sewer. Bryce too casually mentions that she'll get answers from someone who knows tomorrow, saying, don't worry, I'm going to ask the Underking, the Lord of the Cemetery. Rune
He's gotta know,
He'll
right?
know, and he won't be pissed that I'm asking. Rune is not amused. He did pay for the marks like Bryce said that he would to Jessica, but he didn't want to, and he really doesn't want Bryce doing this. Sensing the apprehension from both Rune and Hunt, she points out that that's why they're doing all of this. She's not going in there just to make random accusations. She's like going in with evidence, and that really makes a huge difference. Reassuring, Bryce.
To the Underking.
Certainly the Underking will be reasonable.
Yeah, he's just like, he's gonna be a lot like a district attorney.
Yeah, he'll be like, interesting,
Wow.
You're right. Let me think about this for a while and really rationalize it out. Give my little, what are these things called in the law? The
scales.
The scales of justice.
I'll get one of them out.
Get one of them out.
You know what? I'll send you an email about it. I'll circle back.
So let's circle around. So as she paces around the room, going over what she's going to do the following day, Rune refrains from speaking the thought he has, which is that she looks eerily similar to their father in that moment. Ethan remarks on the Sunball game again, his earlier prediction coming to fruition on the screen. Rune, again, is like kind of like, Jesus, this guy is good at Sunball, and he too casually kind of asks Ethan if he ever thinks about playing Sunball again. Jeez, everybody's up his ass today.
Yeah, can we just not? Can we? Rune, you know that's a loaded question. You weren't thinking.
Ethan's like, no, I never think about it.
Mash.
He sees Bryce look at Ethan with something like pity, but Ethan doesn't take his eyes off the screen to see the pity, thankfully. Rune just decides, fuck it. And he tells Ethan, hey, listen, we play a pickup game with Declan and Flynn and some of the Ox members on Sundays if he ever wants to come join or whatever.
It is very sweet. That is sweet.
It is sweet, but can you imagine you have like a fun neighborhood game and your friend brings one of the most amazing players on the earth to the gaming, like he's just gonna step in, guys.
Play.
I'm sure that's not at all pressure.
Yeah.
What,
no.
dude? I don't know anything about sports. Maybe they wouldn't care.
Maybe they'd like it, but I don't think they would.
I would be like, okay, cool. And let me just feel completely ridiculous.
Or maybe they all know that he might need to play through his trauma, and maybe they want to support a friend.
Ugh.
Maybe they want to support a friend.
Bryce and Hunt fake outrage at also not being invited to this game. Rune tells Hunt he'd gladly have a reason to kick his ass if he wants to come play. They're all joking around, but then Rune sees Bryce's eyes lock on Declan's computer. And he realizes that's because he's sorting through the hours now of Danica at Griffin's in hyper fast speed. So you're just seeing your dead best friend running back and forth across the screen a bunch. Bryce, maybe in a little bit of a panic, jumps up and announces she's going to hit the gym. Rune watches Hunt look between the game that he's completely engrossed in and the hallway where Bryce has retreated to change, seemingly torn between two premises for the evening.
You can like hear the cogs smoking in his brain of like, do I game or girl? Game or girl?
It's the age-old question. After a few moments, his choice has been made. He tells the others he's going to go change for the gym also. Rune, Deck, and Ethan are left alone in the living room then. And the game is playing in the background when Ethan inexplicably says, Connor would have picked the game.
Rune raised an eyebrow.
I didn't realize it was a competition between them.
Between a dead male and a living one. Ethan just typed away.
Mash, mash, mash.
Eyes darting over the screen. And for some reason, Rune dared ask.
What would you have picked?
Ethan didn't hesitate.
Bryce. Jeez.
It's just like, bro, I'm sorry, son. Like, I know you pine.
Leave some of your heart off the table, why don't you?
Oh, God, he pines. Man, do you remember the pine, though?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Of course.
I lived to pine.
But it's loaded talking to the Pine's brother who also was in love with your brother.
Talking about the Sunball.
And is in a relationship with another guy. It's a lot.
Yeah. Boys will be boys.
Guess you can't help what your heart wants.
I do know 100% that no male we know would have that conversation, this like sensitive little conversation.
I don't want them to.
Can you imagine Henry just being like, what would you have been?
Ugh.
It's just, it is funny sometimes where it's like, I'm not saying hashtag all boys, not all boys. I just think that it is funny because every time, we have theme gals and we're all confessing to each other. And then I asked Jeff, what did all the boys talk about? He's like, I don't know what we're talking about. We talking about Crank, the movie Crank.
Hey, we talk about Crank too.
We do. We'll talk about Crank as well.
Theme Gals is our friend group that gets together.
Theme Gals gets cranked, okay?
Oh, we get cranked. So Bryce is waiting in front of the elevator at the beginning of chapter 27, knowing that Hunt was going to follow her. So she didn't see that he was changing, but she knew he was gonna choose the gym. And she's not going to the gym.
Do you guys go have sexy? Do you have sexy at the gym, you and Henry?
Do you want me to talk about the kind of sex that Henry and I
Well,
have?
at the gym, yeah.
We don't go to the gym together.
Oh, separate workouts.
I mean, I mostly work out at home now, or I'm at the Ariel Studios.
Okay.
I don't actually have a membership anywhere right now.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah,
No,
I'm wild.
I like to watch me get a pump.
That's actually not true. I belong to a yoga studio, if that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Okay. Well, it's different than what he does.
Yeah, it's different than what
he goes and does boys workouts. Only boys do them.
It's a lot of grunting.
They do grunt a lot. It's pretty gross. So they're not going to the gym right now, however. No, she has once again lied to people. It's off to the meat market for them, and I don't mean the exotic dancer club. She tells them they need to be looking for a meal and they can't waste time. Shortly thereafter, they're walking through the meat market, and this whole time sounds like, wait, what? We're not going to the gym? What are we doing? What is happening? And she basically says, we're wasting time. We can't help them go through surveillance. We can't help them mash the keys. So let's just check another thing off to make sure he's not here.
Man, can't even take an afternoon off. I mean, I feel you, bitch.
I mean, I would like to say I feel you, bitch, but I don't know if I would go to the meat market in this moment, especially because I know she wants to make out with Hunt.
I know, but I also feel like I guess it's like a child's life is ticking away.
I also think it's pointless. This is a stupid plan. Or maybe I'm dumb.
Don't tell her that.
I ain't trying to get in her pants. So they're off in the meat market, and they are walking past shady stalls of all types in their workout gear, leaving them even more noticeable than usual. She defends her choice to come here to hunt as making sure, they have all the boxes checked off on all the possible places a meal could be. That they're not helping Declan and Ethan search the footage, so might as well make sure the expression where the weary souls find relief, which is what was in the coded emails talking about where they should go, doesn't mean the meat market, because they assumed that meant the bone quarter, because where the weary souls go for relief is graveyard.
Yeah.
But it also could mean the meat market and its expansive collection of recreational activities.
Anything you want, you can get at the meat market.
Find some relief there.
Mm-hmm.
When Hunt challenges Bryce on why a kid would want to come to the meat market, she retorts that he is 1,000 years old, so why would he even know what a child wants? And he pinches her butt, and she goes, "Stop it!" He insists that this isn't helpful, and they don't have a way to search everywhere with just the two of them. And she explains they're not alone, don't worry. She waves at Fury and Juniper in the distance. Hunt is again like, "Oh, geez, what is going on now?
I just thought we were going to go to the gym.
I just wanted to lift my weights." They all greet each other, and Fury looks aghast at their gym clothes. Hunt is like, I thought that's where we were going.
Just imagine him walking behind her. She's like, babe, babe,
I'm wearing my muscle tank, babe. This is what I lifted.
Yeah, I can't be just walking around the meat market, babe.
Bryce ignores this and directs each of them to take a different direction to look for any sign of him. I'm with Hunt that this seems to be a dumb plan, but whatever.
Yeah.
They each go north, south, east, west. They take a quadrant, and they go look around for 30 minutes. And a half hour later, Hunt and Juniper are the first two to arrive back at the meet-up point. Hunt can sense Juniper's discomfort as she looks around the space and kind of rubs her chest. She admits that she finds this place abhorrent, that it's crazy that no one puts a stop to all of this and all the bad deeds that occur here, that not even the governors challenge the Vipe Queen.
I love you, beautiful Juniper, but in a world where peace is only what is, that is where we can have no meat market. But in the time period that we live in, gotta get it somewhere.
I feel like
they're always gonna find it.
Do we need a meat market? Will that help?
I think we have. I'm sure there are meat markets.
It's not good.
I think they're islands. I hear that
God.
they're. Yeah, I think I've heard tale that there's a couple out there.
No, this is not their little St. James, is it?
No, it certainly is not.
So June expresses her hope that someone will put a stop to it, and Hunt can see that she's quite affected by this place. But he doesn't know much. They don't really have a lot of private conversations, so he's not really sure what exactly this personal feeling is for her.
Yeah.
Fury approaches and unsurprisingly also has nothing to say about finding the boy. They go seek out Bryce and find her near the Viper Queen's quarters, chatting with a stall attendant and carrying a bag. When she sees them approaching, she waves, explaining that the bag is filled with lamb bones for searings, and then apologizes to June, who is their vegetarian. June says, "I don't care. It's for searing.
I'm just a deer shifter.
No, she's not a shifter.
Not a shifter. I always say shifter. Just a deer.
Just a deer.
Yeah, just a man. Don't say that to her, though. That would be mean. You're just a deer.
Also, I think she's not a deer. She's a fawn, which is different than a fawn, deer, fawn.
Mr. Dumbness.
Yes. So
I always feel like in my head, I think only deer because I can't unextricate. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Tumnus and I'm like, Juniper's not that. She's not a Mr. Tumnus ass bitch. Maybe she is.
You don't know.
You're right.
We don't know enough about her.
Hooves.
When they all explain they found nothing to one another, Bryce goes into planning mode for the next day's bone quarter visit. Even though Hunt doesn't want to make this trip, he can't help but get a thrill at Bryce's assertive voice.
Especially when she's in her gym
like
clothes.
tight pants.
Oh, yeah.
His thoughts turn to more carnal activities as the others lament over a scared little boy, which sounds about right.
It's okay. Intrusive thoughts happen.
Oh, it's fine. I get it. He is as blue as they come.
He needs it.
As they begin to leave the space, Bryce and June take the lead, and after they get ahead a little bit, and Hunt and Fury are left a little bit behind, he asks Fury why June is so shaken by this place. Fury reveals that Juniper's brother was a fighter in the pits. That's right. She used to have a brother named Julius.
Not of the orange persuasion.
No. Of the resting in peace persuasion.
Yeah, rip.
Fury goes into a terrible story about Julius and how the Viper Queen sought him out for his strength, made him promises, only to get him hooked on venom, used him up, and when he died, his corpse was left on their parents' doorstep with only a note saying Memento Mori.
I mean, it's kind of badass.
That's horrible!
They got the body back.
Just left it on the doorstep?
You should be thanking the Viper Queen.
Ugh, that's horrible. It honestly makes me think of the UFC, which is really how they treat fighters in UFC. I worked with a lot of MMA guys in the stunts.
You get them hooked on venom?
Well, they definitely don't not encourage them to take a bunch of drugs, but also they barely pay MMA fighters, even though it's one of the most, lucrative sports on earth. It's very, very exploitative.
It's not just for the love of the game?
No. Dana White's a pretty big piece of shit.
Oh.
I don't know. That's going to stun listeners out there. Yeah, he sucks.
The captain of MMA, is that, I'm assuming?
He's the CEO of UFC, and he's very close friends with Rogan and Trump. They're all best friends. It's great.
Fun.
Yeah.
And then they all go to their meat markets.
It's almost like billionaires hate you and hope you die.
We're not talking about that here, though.
No. I don't want to get into that too much because I'll start talking for too long about it. Don't make me start talking about Beyonce and Ivanka. Beyonce and Ivanka were sitting at a table together the other night.
But then you think about that sweet, sweet venom, and you think of how great it could be.
I'm not thinking about that. Fuck all of you, billionaires. Fuck you. Not you out there. Unless you're a billionaire listening, but I doubt you are. But also if you are, fuck you.
No, but if you are, what do you want? We'll put on a show for you.
No, I don't.
We don't simp for them?
No.
We don't simp for their money?
No.
Okay, I take back what I said.
Boo. Anyway, Fury informs Hunt that she'll burn this place to the ground for June one day, which is very hot. And Hunt doesn't doubt that she will. Later that evening, Bryce and Hunt are actually at the building's gym, so they didn't totally lie to everybody else.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Bryce is planking and hating it.
Oh, yeah?
She expects her post-drop body to be able to hold at least a 5-minute plank, but she's struggling at 2.
Makes me feel better about myself, honestly.
I can't imagine holding 5-minute plank.
5 minutes. I mean, if you've made the drop, then I would assume.
Well, she's not doing it that night. She's got other stuff on her mind, I think.
Other ways of getting in shape.
Yeah, working up a sweat. She thinks about how she did want to go to the meat market for a meal, but also she did, in fact, have a mini freak out, seeing Danica and really just needed to get out of the room.
I'm proud of you for sharing that, Bryce.
It was just to us in her brain.
Yeah, but still, she's acknowledging
She's acknowledging it. Working out often helped her clear her mind out, so she really did want to go work up a sweat in the gym. Tonight, though, she only gets to 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the plank and then collapses. Sometimes you kind of have a, kind of workout where you just go, I give up.
Yep.
Today. I am done. And that's okay.
Yep.
She feels Hunt's shoe prodding her side and looks up at him. She's blown away at how hot he is. She pulls her earbuds out and watches as he dries his face off with his shirt, definitely not subtly showing his abs off or anything.
He offered her a hand, and Bryce took it, her sweaty skin sliding against his as he hauled her to her feet.
He turns back to his workout, but now Bryce is thoroughly distracted. She's kind of struck dumb by how hot he is. And she can't help but stare at him like a weirdo and think about their tryst the other night.
I did that. Jeff was bent over trying to put something into a suitcase at the airport, and I ran over and went like on him and really scared him. And I was like, "You didn't expect." I was like, "You were bent over. You didn't expect me to do that." He's like, "Why would I expect you to do that when we're in a public place and you were in the restroom? So I didn't know that you were there." That's love, though. You got to keep them on their toes.
Were you trying to have sex with him in the airport?
No, I was trying to grab on him. I was trying to make him feel like a piece of meat. I like to. I grab. I like going after it, you know?
Sure. And so he's going back. She's just now gawking at him and thinking about what happened the other night and how much she enjoyed it. She decides she's not being able to focus on her workout, just goes over to get some water from the cooler.
Yeah.
The idea of doing planks suddenly absurd to her. She also grabs an apple from the basket at the water cooler and turns to look at Hunt, only to find him gone.
Hands wrapped around her waist, and Bryce shrieked, nearly leaping out of her skin.
Is that what Jeff sounded like?
It was just like that. Light erupted from her chest, but with the music thumping in her ears, she couldn't hear anything.
He laughs and tells her he was just checking in on his shadow skills.
God, I would love to have control of the shadows, and I would definitely make them sexually menace my husband.
Sexually menace?
Go get him. Go get him, Shaz.
Consensually sexually menace.
He's always consenting.
Consensually sexually menacing. So he takes one of your earbuds after revealing he only listens to audiobooks when he works out.
Cute.
And they both put one in, curious to what, he wants to know what she's listening to. She changes the song, and the song that she puts on has Hunt accusing her of trying to seduce him.
He tucked in his wings, leaving the earbud in place as he took a step closer. Bryce leaned slightly against the counter, the marble digging into her overheated spine. But he only took the apple from her fingers, held her gaze while he bit it, then slowly set the core on the counter.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen?
Like, everyone around them was like, can you guys just, like, leave the like, whatever is happening here, it's palpable.
They're alone. Nobody else is
just
there.
Walking past, it's just like, yikes. Wow.
That is unconsensual kink being drawn into things that's not cool.
Yeah,
not
no,
okay.
It's not okay. No, I'm not talking about them fucking, just them staring at like when you walk in and someone is having like a sexually tense moment and you're just like, when you get like hit with a wave of it, and you're like, whoa, okay, sorry.
Ugh.
Whoa, sorry guys. Ooh, getting out of here.
Yeah. I believe they're alone. I think it's because it's their private gym in the building and it's late.
Yeah.
I think it's just them. But you know what time that is.
Ding, 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 ding.
So we have the whole scene, right? But an interesting turn of events during that scene is that Bryce happens to cry out, I love you, the I love you words at a very specific moment. And though Hunt is stunned, he also reciprocates it.
God.
Later that night, after all of the adventure, they lay together in bed, and Hunt marvels about how no one since his mom has said those words to him.
God.
Which is like to say, damn, Shahar was cold,
man. That bit, like, I know, I feel like, Hunt, I hate to break this to you, I think she loved the cause. I don't know if she ever loved you. She loved the cause, and she loved what you both could do for the cause.
I think maybe she cared
and
for him.
There's not love in that.
I think she cared for him. I don't know that she loved him, and she never...
Or was she capable of loving him?
He said it to her, and she didn't say it back. What the fuck?
God.
That's horrible. Neither of them have brought it up since so the two of them are laying in bed. They said it during the moment.
But they're not bringing it back up.
And they're not bringing it back up. Finally, he can't take it, and they decide to discuss this interesting turn of events. He's like, hey, you said you loved me, remember? And they're both like, yeah, but like... Only if like if you didn't really actually, it's fine. If
in the moment, you know?
Hunt, in this moment, he is overwhelmed with this feeling, but he still can't get the rush of desire out of him towards her. He also, though, is interested in if she meant it or not. They both admit their feelings, and Bryce flirts back with him, her marveling at the special trick he did with his lightning in the previous scene. If you can take a guess what that means.
Tingles.
Bryce reveals that she's never said I love you to anyone beyond her family. Hunt is surprised and asks about Connor.
Wow, these guys are just fine with asking really difficult questions.
You know, it seems like some people maybe...
We are laying in bed. And no, but don't get me wrong, you know, especially when you're first getting to know each other and you do have those kind of like, oh, I guess we're talking about this right now. Okay, well then, I guess, but...
It's a lot. It's a lot. But she answers.
Especially earlier today with the other conversation. It's just like, it's a lot.
There's a lot of emotions kind of at the surface right now. But she answers him. She says, no, I never said that to Connor, but maybe if things had progressed over time. But then she suggests that maybe she was just waiting for Hunt. Oh my God. Nervously, Hunt reveals his deep feelings for her, stating that he has been in love with her for some time now. Sealed in his heart during that time with the fucked up slideshow where Sandriel was forcing him to look at the smiling moments they had together before he was going to probably die.
Man, there's no way they could ever have one of those frames where the picture's always changing. I feel like they could never have a collage in their home. Because then
it would just be like PTSD.
Yeah, every time you see, you know, what are those little stupid little frames called?
I think they are sponsored of the network, so
those
they're amazing.
Great, awesome frames. I don't know what they're called, but I know that they are wonderful frames.
I do. I have one up. I love.
I know, and I like looking at the pictures on it. But I'm just saying, Hunt can't be sponsored.
Triggered. By them. Can't do it. She says. For her, it was a different moment. It was when he was searching for her dildos and ended up finding Jelly Jubilee. And it was because he treated her with such care. So very different moment. They lament over being cock-blocked again the 7th time in the series that night because they really want to have full sex. Spoiler, they didn't do that in the last scene. But
they did do something.
They did something. Can you guess which one goes in where? Then Bryce, you know, they're kind of like flirting. They're like, oh my God, I wish we could be together. It's very sexy. And then Bryce suddenly stops and says, what should I call you in public? She thinks boyfriend doesn't sound serious enough and partner isn't sexy enough.
Oh,
and
I think partner can be very sexy.
I know. That's kind of... what I think a lot of millennials use as their terminology.
Yes, I think I like the term partner. I like that it's not like like any kind of ownership. Like I like that it's something like, oh, we're living this life together.
Yes, very much. But not for Bryce. And lover sounds too old-fashioned to her. Hunt suggests the term mate.
Interesting.
And Bryce gasps. We know if you read the other SJM books, we know how weighted that terminology is. Hunt isn't quite understanding. He thought Fae had mates like angels do, which is angels, as we learned earlier in the books, it's just sort of the synonym for married.
Right.
She reminds him that the Fae version of matehood is much more serious and even more permanent than marriage, that it's believed to be of the stars. Neither of them are sure matehood occurs between species like they themselves are, angel and fae. But Bryce tells him if he's not her mate, then no one is.
It would explain a lot. How intense things had been between them from the start. And once they crossed that last physical barrier, he had a feeling the bond would be even further solidified.
Matehood doesn't have one definition, so they're not sure how to tell, but it feels right to them. They both mull it over and decide that they are happy to make that declaration, even though it will have heavy implications. Her star begins to glow.
His mate. His. and he was hers. It wouldn't have surprised him if her name were stamped on his heart. He wondered if his own were stamped on the glowing star in her chest.
They make a promise to get a hotel room the following night away from prying ears so they can really seal the deal. And I'm sure nothing is going to stop it.
No way, no how.
So they have mated. They've been emotionally mated now.
It's big. It is big. We don't know if it means anything further.
I don't know if they're going to know until they go hit a home run.
Yeah.
Wonder what it's called in Sunball.
No, yeah.
A
flame out?
Star. Shooting star.
Starburster? Yeah.
Like the candy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's going to be bursting.